level nyingine katika dunia. Kama ingekuwa wazo langu mimi ninge extend term yake, lakini hivyo ndivyo mambo ilivyo. Kwa hivyo tunakushukuru sana. Na tungependa wale wengine waige mfano huu. Na mimi huwa si mara mingi nampigia Kasaita simu. Na ukijua sikupigii simu, ukiona sikupigii, mambo yako iko sawa. Ukiona na kusumbua kila wakati na simu, ujue wewe hali yako si mzuri. Lakini huyu simtafute, ni kunialika tu. Na mimi nashukuru sana. Kwa hivyo wale upokea simu zangu kila leo, mjue mko katika taarifa. Kwanza pia pokeeni salamu ya Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Mheshimiwa William Samoei Ruto. Ameniambia ni wasalimu, mumesalimika. Ampokei salamu za Mheshimiwa Rais. Mheshimiwa John Tanui amesema mengi kulingana na vile yeye ni katibu wetu wa wizara hiyo, lakini amesahau kusema hivi miaka miwili imepita mpaka leo tumeunda kazi 300,000 300,000 jobs to young boys and girls in the digital platform. Pia tunajenga digital hubs katika kila ward ya Kenya 1455, na kwa sasa 700 ziko tayari kuanza kutumika na Wakenya katika ward zetu zote hizo. Ni mpango wa serikali tuwe na hizi hubs kila mahali, kama vile pia amevyosema kuna BPOs zinafunguliwa, na tungeomba hizi vitu zifanyike katika mkoa, kila ward, kila constituency, ili ajira ya vijana iweze kupatikana majimboni huko mbali kuliko vijana na wasichana kuja jiji la Nairobi na kutafuta ajira pale. Na tunashukuru sana. Mniwie radhi niweze kusoma hotuba yangu ile iliandikwa na vijana. Kama haikukufurahisha ni hao vijana, lakini kama imekufurahisha basi hapo ndio mimi. Nilifikiri vile tulivyoanza hapo awali, yule bana rafiki yangu yule sauti yake nyororo sana, nikafikiri vile amevyofanyia Kasaita hata mimi kabla niseme angeziweka pale, lakini samahani alisahau. Hapo baadaye itakuja fanyika. As we mark Data Privacy Day 2026 and bring this conference to a close, I wish to commend the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner for convening a timely and substantive dialogue under the theme, Trust the Data, Drive the Future. Over the past days, the discussions have been clear, candid, and consequential. One message has come through consistently. Trust is now the currency of the digital economy. Without trust, innovation slows. Without trust, citizens disengage. Without trust, digital transformation fails. Ladies and gentlemen, data privacy has long ceased to be a purely technical or compliance issue. It is now a national governance issue, and increasingly a matter of economic competitiveness and digital sovereignty. How we govern data will shape Kenya's position in global trade, in artificial intelligence, in digital service, and in public sector transformation. I was Googling there as I was sitting. You know, this era of AI, anything is possible. And we all look equally clever. So I asked myself, what is AI in Swahili? And I was surprised. It says Akili, Bandia. Sijui wale wanafunzi walio hapa wako chuoni sahihi watatueleza zaidi kama hivyo ni sawa, lakini sioni hiyo mimi kwangu ikiwa sawa, kwa sababu akili bandia ni kusema fake brains. Data privacy long ceased to be a purely technical or compliance issue. It is now a national governance issue. I think I've said that. Throughout this conference, you have examined some of the most sensitive and consequential data domains: artificial intelligence, children's data, health information, elections, sovereign cloud infrastructure, and cross-border data, amongst others. These discussions reaffirm a central truth: data protection is fundamental, about power and responsibility. Data confers power on governments, on corporations, on platforms. Data protection ensures that this power is exercised lawfully, fairly, and transparently in a manner that respects human dignity and constitutional rights. Kenya's approach is deliberate and principled. The Data Protection Act 2019 established more than a regulatory framework. It articulates a national vision anchored in Article 31 of our Constitution. A vision where innovation advances hand in hand with rights, and where economic opportunity does not come at the cost of trust. My ministry is fully committed to supporting the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner in enforcing this vision firmly, independently, and credibly. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to reaffirm 4 clear policy directions guiding Kenya's data governance agenda. First, we are advancing a whole-of-government approach to data governance. Data protection cannot operate in isolation. It must align with digital identity, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, public sector digitization, and national security. We are strengthening coordination across government to ensure coherence, close regulatory gaps, and deliver clarity to citizens and investors alike. Second, Kenya is actively pursuing international interoperability of data protection frameworks, including engagement towards an EU adequacy decision. This is not a legal exercise alone. It is a strategic economic imperative. Adequacy would position Kenya as a trusted destination for digital trade and services, enabling Kenya businesses to access global markets with confidence and reduced friction. Third, we are committed to continuous legislative and policy responsiveness. The digital landscape evolves rapidly, and our frameworks must evolve with it, addressing emerging risks, new technologies, and changing global norms while preserving legal certainty. Fourth, we are reinforcing accountability within the public sector. Trust begins with leadership. Government must be the highest standard bearer for lawful, ethical, and secure data processing. Compliance is not optional. It is a duty owed to the citizens that we serve. Ladies and gentlemen, today, as we reflect on the economic impact of cross-border data transfers report, its findings are clear and compelling. Trusted data flows are economic infrastructure. They can create jobs, grow businesses, boost productivity, expand trade, and strengthen public finances while protecting rights. The message is simple. Privacy and prosperity are not in conflict. They are mutually reinforcing. As we conclude this conference, the task before us is clear. The future of data protection in Kenya will not be determined by declarations alone, but by implementation, leadership, and shared responsibility. I therefore call upon all stakeholders, one, the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner to continue providing firm, credible, and forward-looking regulatory leadership with the full policy support of our ministry. Second, in public institutions to lead by example in upholding the highest standards of data governance. Three, the private sector to view data protection not as a cost, but as a strategic investment in trust and competitiveness. Four, technology innovators to embed ethics and accountability at the heart of their innovations. And finally, citizens to remain informed, vigilant, and engaged in safeguarding their data rights. In closing, the future is not something we wait for, it is something we design. By protecting data, by earning trust, and by governing responsibly, we can drive innovation, strengthen our economy, and secure a digital future that works for all. Let us trust the data and together drive the future.